Welcome back, everyone, to BlockDesk News. This is the channel where we talk about news but make it into investment opportunities. And this week it's been massive. We've got 4 new picks. We're going to talk about last week's picks and also what's happened around the world globally in AI, in crypto, in stocks, and also in the TCG market. So let's get straight to it. And there's a lot to get through at the moment. We're going to start off this week talking about crypto and our last week's picks. So we chose Crypt XRP as our main pick because the Clarity Act was being signed. And XRP did have a really big play. It did spike up to 1.52. But as of today, it is down to 1.38. Seems like there was a lot of hype that happened last week around crypto because of the Clarity Act, but it didn't really get completed. And it keeps on being delayed and it's pissing everybody off. Bitcoin keeps on dropping and nobody's really sure where this is gonna actually be signed. So the thesis isn't broken. XRP will still go up. It did go up after our call last week, but if we're talking about as of now, it is down. Now looking at Astra AI, a lab, the entry level was at 209 and it's closing down at 230. So we are up by 10% if you invested with us last week. That is great. The Q1 earnings were B. AI interconnection demand, as we discussed last week, is still there. Astera Labs, so it's Astera Labs, A Lab basically, that's the ticker. They are the connectivity for all AI products, so definitely keep an eye out on them. The next pick we picked was Datadog, D-Dog. Entry was 198. It's closed at 208. That's 4.7% win for us since last week. And the last one was on the TCG market, was the Magic the Gathering, the superheroes booster box that we mentioned. The entry level was at 204. We are closing at 205. So that's 3 wins, 1 loss. And I won't even count XRP as a loss because it did go up after our call was made last week. So hopefully everybody is happy with the picks so far. We have 12 wins and 3 losses and 4 flat across. We are up massively, probably doing better than most investment firms at the moment. So let's start off with crypto. I've got a couple more picks for you this week. Obviously, crypto is the one I wanted to go over first. The 30-year US Treasury yield hit 5.19% on Tuesday, which is really big news. Really big news. The highest in 19 years, people. The 10-year yield rose 4.69%. Markets are rattled at the moment. So, just in plain English, I know this is just mumbo jumbo to a lot of people. It means the safe return on government bonds is now the highest it's been since 2007. Government bonds are returning money. Right before the financial crisis, right? That's which happened in 2007. When bonds pay 5%, I just want you to know, when bonds pay 5%, money moves out of risk assets, stocks fall, crypto falls, Bitcoin right now, as you can see, is sitting around 77,000. I think I was checking out Ethereum. Let's have a look where Bitcoin is at the moment. 77,000, yep. Terrible. Don't get me started. Down from 81,500 from 3 weeks ago. But here's the flip side. Nobody's really talking about this out loud. When bond yields spike, the government run deficits, right? So the case for non-government stores of value gets stronger over time. Not right now, as you can see clearly. Not weaker. So people don't trust the bond market long term when yields move this fast. And that's the macro argument for Ethereum. Right? This is going to be my pick of the week, Ethereum. And I know Ethereum has been the stable coin for a while. But the Ethereum story, well, it's pretty strong. Right? So leg 1, corporate treasury adoption. Bitmine immersion bought 101,000 ETH. Let's have a look at this story because this is a real story. Bitmine buys 101,901 ETH for 236 million. Now, this is what I want everybody to understand, is that the price at which they bought it at, this is the key takeaway here. They bought it at $2,115 per ETH. So in a single week, by the way, this was just done this week. Their total holdings are now over 5 million Ethereum. This is the MicroStrategy playbook, but done with Ethereum, not Bitcoin. And MicroStrategy has been doing this since 2010. And leg two, this is very important also, regulatory clarity. The Clarity Act is still moving forward, as we have discussed already. The Senate floor, if it passes Ethereum, gets classified as a digital commodity, not a security. That removes the regulatory overhang that's been capping prices for years now, for years in crypto. So Ethereum is, as we were looking, 2,130 as of now. It's moved up a little bit since I've made those numbers. So this is my take. When MicroStrategy started buying Bitcoin in 2020, the price was $10,000. And people laughed, right? Not 10,000, it was 100,000. Sorry, that's a mistake. But Bitmine is doing the same thing with Ethereum right now. You know how the story ends. The bond yield spikes, is a real macro headwind, basically. So risk assets stay under pressure while yields are rising, which is what's happening now. A lot of pressure is on the crypto market, on the risk assets, but it's not going to stay this forever. And the Clarity Act could stall or get, which is what happened last week, in a way, right? It's getting, moved forward slowly. We're progressing with it, but it's still stalling. Let's all agree on that. So before it reaches the center floor, Ethereum could stay range-bound around this for weeks before the corporate treasury narrative gains traction. Keep an eye out for this. So this is my crypto pick of the week, is Ethereum. We're going to enter right now, as you can see on the screen, 2,130.55. I'm going to give myself that 5 cent, yeah? So yeah, Bitmine is buying a lot of it. They're obviously the mining company for Bitcoin. Clarity Act is getting passed. The risk level is extremely, I would say, low because it's Ethereum. I'm going to put this on a short term, 2 to 4 weeks. And obviously where to buy is Coinbase, Kraken, and Binance. Keep an eye out for it. This is our top pick of the week. It's been a lot going on in the world itself. Especially with OpenAI. So OpenAI, it closed $122 billion funding round. Now, this is a really big one. OpenAI raises $122 billion. Tell me what you guys think, because this is what I've been asking. Is OpenAI better than Anthropic? Is it better than Claude Code? I'm not really sure. I've been using both. Especially the codex, like for the coding agents. But I'm not really sure which one is better. I know Claude Code is a ripoff, and they're raising money too, right? So OpenAI closed $122 billion funding round at a valuation of $852 billion. That's the largest private fundraising event in history. Not tech history, history. What? They already said IPO shares will be reserved for retail investors when they go public. So they're gonna have retail, retail involvement. They want retail to buy. That's what I'm trying to say here. So there's gonna be a lot of volatility when they do go live. And Anthropic, the company behind Claude Code, like I said, they build mythos that they decided was too dangerous. So we talked about this a lot. I'm not gonna go over it again. Go back to my other videos if you want, but they got this new mythos, like Opus new version, which is too dangerous for us to use. And basically I think they're doing also a raise in the future or currently. So we're going to see who's going to raise more. Anthropic is definitely worth more because they are taxing us for just messaging. Right? I could message ChatGPT just with an email, right? I sign up and then I message it straight away. If you want to message Claude Code or if you just want to message Claude AI, you're paying a lot. So rip off. So I think Claude, it could be potentially worth much more in the future, but we're gonna see where that really takes us at the moment. There's a big AI arms race going on at the moment, and a lot of money is flowing into it. Do you think there's gonna be a bubble? I personally do, because a lot of people aren't really using AI as much as they used to, right? Now, if we're looking at the S&P 500, so this is the investment angle, right? Like we always want to bring it back into how you can invest. So NVIDIA reports Q1 earnings last night. Let's check it out. I think it's gonna be financial info, stock earnings call transcripts. Yeah, so NVIDIA is up from that. Whether they're up or not, this is the thing I want to say. The deeper stories that NVIDIA results reveal about the entire AI supply chain. $79 billion in quarterly revenue means every chip capable and server in that stack is in demand, right? So ARM Holdings make the chip architecture that every chip is built on, right? ARM Holdings. So they are a key player in the AI chip industry, known for its energy efficient and scalable architecture that powers a wide range of devices from smartphones to data centers. That's what they're all using, right? Apple's M series, Qualcomm Snapdragon, every edge AI device on the planet is working with them potentially. So ARM doesn't build chips, they license the architecture and they collect a royalty on every chip that ships. The more AI chips built worldwide, the more ARM earns permanently. Revenue was up 34%, people, year over year, and on the last report, their stock is $223 as of today. ARM stock price. Let's have a look, because obviously 254. Oh my goodness, see? This is what I'm talking about. This is what we do on this channel. We find these investment opportunities. And look, even I was making this video this morning and it's already up, yeah? So this is what you should be listening to. Obviously, nothing is financial advice, people, but we're here to make money. We're here to make money. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, and Meta are spending $700 billion on AI infrastructure in 2026. Every dollar that's spent eventually flows into ARM licensing chips. Guys, this is my take. NVIDIA gets all the headlines, right? That's what people invest in. That's what they want to, that's what people love, right? Easy investment. But ARM gets the royalty revenue every time an AI chip ships, regardless of which company made it. That's better business model than building the chips themselves. Don't forget that, guys, yeah? So why not? So that's my pick of the week. ARM Holdings, ARM. That's crazy. When I wrote this, the price was, how much is it up? 31% today. It's up 31% today, and I wrote this. This is crazy. This is what I'm talking about. 1 to 3 months is what I'm talking in regards to investment. There's a strong buy side on the analysis. It's up 31% as of today. So here, this is what BlockDesk News is about. We bring you the news, we bring you the investment opportunities, and you make the decision. So watch next week. I would not be surprised if this is up even more. So if you're a stock investor, then welcome to BlockDesk News. Make sure you subscribe, and then you will be up to date with the best investment opportunities. Now, talking about stocks, there's still quite a few stock updates that we have. So Trump came back from Beijing, as many of you have seen. There was that big meeting. We discussed it last week, I believe. Yeah, we discussed it last week. It was on CNN. Let's have a look on this. The markets had expected 300. Oh, yeah. So they were going to buy 200 Boeing planes at $17 billion. And I think they bought less. So China buys Boeing planes from USA. They will buy 200. I don't know why in the news they said they bought less. So they did buy 200. This is how you know the news is fake. This is I hate, even though we're a news channel, I hate the news. We're an investment channel, let's be honest. So anyway, this is the news. Trump came back with a list of deals. China agreed to buy 200 Boeing planes at $17 each, right? 17 billion per year in US agriculture, and agreed to the principle. It was like a handshake rather than an actual, signature agreement. The market had expected 300 to 500 planes. Boeing got 200. So it did go down. Yeah, it did go down. They expected 500. They agreed to 200, which is just a gesture of goodwill, because you saw Putin landing in China, like literally a day a day after. Watch it. Putin lands in China. He's got the whole delegation. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that. I don't think Trump got that welcome. Yeah, look at that. This is well different. I think they're gonna make some bigger deals than 200 Boeing planes. And do you know what's the crazy part of all of this? Is that the Boeing price dropped by 4.8% on that announcement, right? So because they couldn't complete the deal, the price just dipped. So that reaction tells you something important about where we are. Markets had already priced in the good news. They were thinking 500 planes, let's invest, let's buy the stocks. But when Trump delivered the good but not great news, that what about how many planes are sold, the S&P 500, it's slightly off from its all-time high, basically. So bond yields rising, 3 straight down sessions. The broad market is healthy but nervous. That's basically the overview of the market. So this is my stock investment angle, which is a little bit off topic, but it does make quite a lot of sense if you think about it. So this is what I was looking into Dell. So Dell Technologies is at $239 today. It's up 91% year to date and 134% over the past year. So I know what you're thinking. This sounds expensive after that massive run. But here's what you're actually buying at $239, right? Dell is physically shipping layer of AI boom. It's shipping that layer physically. Every hyperscale spending on AI data centers is ordering Dell-powered AI edge servers. They are back ordered. They've already been bought. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Meta spending, again, like I said, billions of dollars on this. At 200, what's the price of Dell? Dell stock price. As you guys can guess, this is going to be my pick of the week. It's at $244 at the moment. Wow, it's going up today already. Guys, I am killing it today with my picks. This is why you should be here every week. This morning I checked it and it's already up 3.96%. How good am I with this? I should start trading stocks. Because I buy stocks, but I don't really trade them, right? If I did day trading, I would kill it. Anyway, UBS downgraded from buy to neutral recently as well. The draft had Dell priced at 155, that's well wrong. The stock is at 239. So this is my take. NVIDIA sells the AI dream. Dell ships the AI reality. One of them is priced for perfection. The other is priced like a hardware company. And that's really important, guys. And that's exactly what is better to buy right now, in my opinion. Dell is up 91% year on date. And my stock pick of the week is going to be Dell. Dell Technologies, Inc. The current price, it was 239 when I was making the video. So it's already up. It's already up, guys. So it's a medium investment, 1-2 months. This is our pick. There's not much more to say. They are basically the hardware side of AI. And even though I think the AI bubble might be bursting, it's not happening anytime soon. Everybody's still signing all these contracts. You see the Trump delegation that went to the US? You know what's funny, by the way? He brought all those billionaires over, right? And G didn't even meet one of them. He refused. They had like a lower level meeting with somebody else, but not G, which is absolutely crazy. It's just taking the piss, really. This is the preview of Nvidia stocks. So yeah, we're gonna see some volatility very, very soon with Nvidia. Definitely keep an eye out for that. Yeah, this is all that we discussed. Oh, now we're moving on into the TCG side. This is actually one of your guys' favorite sides, right? So this is something that I discussed on my channel before, and I highly recommend everybody has a look at that. This is Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy. These boxes are pricey. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The price is going crazy. So, this is my top pick of the week when it comes to TCG. And I know a lot of you have been investing into the TCG market. And here's what matters. Collector booster boxes are never reprinted. This will never be reprinted. The price, Final Fantasy people, they are a community that is just not going away. With new Final Fantasy games coming out, the price of these booster bundles will go up. And like, so the Wizard of the Coast policy, when the supply is gone, it's gone. So the people who print these booster collector booster boxes, they don't reprint them like Pokemon, like One Piece. If it does well, they reprint them, especially like Yu-Gi-Oh. These guys don't. That's their policy. So Final Fantasy has been called the most popular Magic the Gathering crossover in the game's history. The chase cards, search foils, and the serialized cards. So MTG serialized Chocobo. There's these serialized Chocobo cards, as you can see here. If you if you're lucky to get one of these, I think yeah, they are worth they're worth a lot. Let's have a look. Let's have a look how much they're going on eBay for, because they're not going to be cheap, guys. They are not going to be cheap. That must be fake. Oh, there we go. 68,000. So that's around 3 or 4 grand. And that's properly off-centered. That's not graded, right? Let's say like a PSA 10. I don't know if anyone's even going to grade these, but why are they so cheap? This is actually blowing my mind. No, it's not serialized. It's not serialized. That's why. We need that serial. It's not even online, guys. Like, you see? You see? It's not even online. Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna waste your time going through this. The chase cards are the serialized versions of this one. They are worth tens of thousands of dollars. And you can I'll post this somewhere, maybe on our X. So if you haven't joined our X, it's in the description below. I highly recommend you follow us there, and I'll post the prices of these. But my pick of the week is going to be this. So let's see what's going to happen next week. The price at the moment is 1,489. Let's see what's going to happen next week. And yeah, I don't have much to say on the TCG segment tomorrow. Apologies, I'm a little bit all over the place. But this week, there's just so much going on, and the markets are terrible, and it's been terrible for a long time. But we're still finding you good investment opportunities every single week. This week, as I mentioned, I'm just going to give you a quick rapid fire round of what we discussed as of this week. NVIDIA earnings are out. The AI infrastructure story just got confirmed and basically stress tested with all these politicians meeting. OpenAI is raising $122 billion. That's an $852 billion evaluation. The largest private fundraise in history is coming the first half of 2026. Anthropic is building the crazy AI, so they're also going to have an IPO. China agreed to buy 200 Boeing planes, and that dropped the price of Boeing. The 30-year treasury yield hit 5.19%, the highest since 2007. So this environment is where you want to start looking into these risky assets, because they're dropping now. Wait for the bottom, and people will start seeing that reversal. And Magic the Gathering Marvel superhero drops on June 26th. We mentioned that as of last week. So a lot going on, guys. If you got any questions, you let us know. Our shows are all about making money every single week in every single industry that we can think of. If there's anything else you want us to mention, just comment below. Let us know. I am here. As you can see, I'm making a killing. I'm winning most of the trades. So everybody is welcome. And I'm sending love from BlockDesk News. All the best, guys. Bye-bye. Peace, peace, peace.